Behind me is Rosti, and I'm going there to try their vegan items. But I wanted to start this video off by saying that I'm definitely skeptical. I don't know much about the restaurant, but they invited me in to try some of their vegan options there. And I'm worried because it seems like, you know, a really meat-based restaurant, and it just definitely doesn't make me feel so great knowing that. Of course, I go to all sorts of restaurants, but for some reason, I think it's because this one, there's an icon of a chicken next to their name, so it just seems like it's all going to be about chicken. But I'm going to give them a shot. I'm going to ask them about how they prepare their food, make sure that they do it separately, and hopefully it will be good. First thing I'm going to try is their soups. I'm going to start with the minestrone. All of the soup bases are vegan. Some of these might have pasta in them that isn't vegan, so be sure to ask them. Subtle flavors, but the vegetables are perfectly cooked, nice and soft. Great flavor. Lentil, I love lentil soup. Perfectly cooked. The lentils have a great texture. Flavor is subtle, just the right amount of salt in there. And this is the fajol soup. I don't know if we've ever had this before. Nice and thick, creamy. Actually, no, I don't think these are chickpeas. These are white beans. Really good. Like I said, all of these soups have really good texture, and the beans and the vegetables inside are really well cooked. It's probably one of my favorites, actually. And then the butternut squash. It's got a great balance of sweet and salty. I've had better minestrone and lentil, but the fajol and the butternut are excellent. The first salad I'm going to try is called the Ensalada Rusa. It's got tomatoes and pine nuts and all sorts of different lettuce. And is that cabbage in it?
It's got endive, radicchio, and arugula.
Fresh. I didn't get a lot of pine nuts in there. They're pretty subtle, but the dressing, this is the lemon thyme dressing?
Yeah, it's a fresh thyme.
Yeah, the vinaigrette is perfect. Really, really nice balance of the oil and the lemon. And the vegetables are nice and fresh, crunchy, flavorful. Just a very fresh salad, refreshing salad. Next is the Tuscan Hummus, which is actually made with cannelloni beans and using their pizza dough. And their pizza dough is vegan, so you can get a vegan pizza here without the cheese. I'm actually trying to convince them to use Daiya cheese. This bread, superb. Rosemary, pops, really, really good. And the hummus is very smooth. It doesn't really taste like kind of hummus, it tastes more of like a bean dip. The next salad is the spinach, pine nuts, and fresh basil. It has some tomatoes in it as well. And normally they have a dressing that has honey on it, but I asked for non-honey, and it's a balsamic dressing. The pine nuts give it a great extra flavor. Otherwise, it might be a little boring, but I really like it with the pine nuts, and the balsamic dressing is really good. And like I said before with the other salad, this salad is really, really fresh. And that's what's most important about a salad, is to have it taste like it just was picked. And this definitely hits that mark. I'm trying the Penne Arrabiata, which I love. Supposedly a little spicy, but I like spice. That is good. It's made with whole wheat penne. And the penne definitely is a little bit more on the al dente side, but I like that, because the worst thing is if it's overcooked. But yeah, really great. The spice is just perfect. It's right there. If you don't have a high tolerance for spice, you'll probably do okay with this. And the pasta sauce is really, really fresh. This is the whole wheat spaghetti, which is made with tomatoes and spinach. Looks beautiful, great presentation. Really great balance of garlic. They don't overkill it. A lot of Italian restaurants tend to, but This is great. The flavors just all really work well together. In fact, you can really taste each of them uniquely. A lot of times when you add garlic to dishes, it just overpowers it and you forget what else is in there, but works really nice with the tomatoes and the spinach on there. The nice thing is they don't make their own pasta here, which for some people might be a negative thing, but for a vegan, it's usually a positive thing because that means that they don't use egg in their pasta. So you can read the ingredients and know that it's vegan, but it still tastes delicious. You're not gonna be upset that it's not made in-house. Another salad. This is a Rubella Fig Salad, and it has hazelnuts in it as well. And hazelnuts are easily my favorite nut, especially in chocolate. This is supposedly their most popular salad, and I can see why. It is so good. The figs have a great level of sweetness and texture, and the crunch of the hazelnuts. And again, everything's just so fresh. This is a fantastic, fantastic salad. This is a modified pasta dish. Usually has sausage, but they took out the sausage, so it has a marinara sauce with rigatoni and peppers. The flavors in this are excellent. The other pastas were really, really good, but the flavors in this are a little bit more special, unique. I really like this a lot. It has a great pepper flavor to it, and I'm not always a huge fan of peppers in my food, cooked peppers, but this is really working for me because they're just cooked perfectly and they add this extra layer of flavor to the sauce. And then lastly, the fire roasted artichokes, which are supposedly very popular. They're cooked in the wood-fired oven and they have some rosemary on them, which you can really smell. I love artichokes. Perfectly seasoned. There's probably a little bit of oil on this.
A little bit of olive oil.
Just a dab of olive oil. You can tell it's not too much. They really use olive oil well here. They're trying not to go overkill. Even in some of their dressings, they try to use the minimal amount of oil in them, and they kind of whip them up to make them thicker, but you're not going to have as much.
My name's Kevin Goldfein, and I'm the owner of Rosti Tuscan Kitchen. This is our Encino store. We've been here for 15 years. We do mostly roasted meats, roasted vegetables, pastas, pizzas. We have a wood-fired oven where we do a lot of dishes in. Really, it's simple, authentic Tuscan Italian food. We believe in simple ingredients, so there's a lot of vegetables on the menu, a lot of pasta sauces, a lot of tomato sauces are just naturally vegan. It's actually interesting, we didn't really plan on having vegan stuff, but we just naturally do because that's the style of food that people eat. You really don't have to compromise and get a second version of something. You can really get the authentic. I would say there's very little cross-contamination, if any. We're really conscious about how we prepare our pastas. Everything's made in its own saute pan. The grill is separated where we do only our chicken on that grill. Our vegetables are prepared in the back of house on separate cutting boards, separate chopping blades. And then our vegetables are kept towards the salad side, separately from our meats. Even if you're looking at our hot case, you can see that the vegetables are in front of the meats, so when you take a spoonful, it doesn't drip all over the vegetables. We actually source locally. We have a farm here in Tarzana called Country Fresh Produce, and they deliver every day. So we get all of our lettuces, we get a lot of our vegetables from that farm. Now obviously sometimes when they're not available we have to go other places, but the bulk of it comes just right around the corner, it's just up the street. It is organic, but it's not certified organic, but it is grown organically. We can't use that title because it's not certified, but it is. We do a few different things that are eco-friendly. All of our grease actually we give to a company that picks it up and turns it into biodiesel. Yeah, we just switched that about a year ago. We use containers that are biodegradable at our Santa Monica store. We take all of our vegetables and create vegetable stock out of them, so we don't throw away our food. That's how we make our vegetable stocks for all of our soups. And we let the ingredients and the items do the talking, and it doesn't have to be 5-star to be authentic, and it doesn't have to be incredibly expensive to be authentic. And if you're in Italy in the countryside, and you happen to be in a little town and you go to the corner restaurant, that's what you'll find here. You can go in jeans and a t-shirt and you'll find Italian, authentic Italian food.